strangers from distant lands, friends of old, you've been summoned here to answer if this is the one collection to rule them all.
Mega One, my friends, welcome to today's video. I am so excited. Oh my god! I am literally over the moon. I cannot believe that the day has come where I can say I'm going to be reviewing the Lord of the Rings collection by Glamlite. Oh my gosh, you have no idea for how long I've been manifesting a collection, a Lord of the Rings collection, basically. And for years on end, I've been dreaming about Lord of the Rings makeup. I always said to myself, when is finally somebody going to be daring enough to, make a Lord of the Rings collection become a reality? And Glamlite, out of all of the brands on the market, made my wish come true. Basically, when I saw that they would be releasing a Lord of the Rings collection, I was like, I gotta set a timer. I'm gonna be the first one putting an order through. No matter the price, I'm gonna get it all. I want everything. So I'm really happy to dive into everything. I'm going to be creating 2 different looks. The first one I'm going to be doing today, and then the next one is going to be tomorrow. But, it's all going to be in one video for you guys today. I am so excited. And before we are going to be applying these products, let me just quickly tell you. I am going to be a really tough person to please when it comes to a Lord of the Rings collection. I am not considering myself a Lord of the Rings fan. That would be an understatement. I would say I'm more of a die-hard, hardcore Tolkien geek. I don't even know if that would describe the level of love that I have for this entire universe that Tolkien created. And The Lord of the Rings, the movies by Peter Jackson, are actually my favorite movies in the entire world. I think they are timeless masterpieces, and I don't think that no matter what they're going to be doing in the future, I don't think any movie can hold up to the level that those movies were able to create. They created movie magic. And I have been a fan since I'm 11. So since I'm 11, I've read every book that Tolkien has ever written. And so I'm just, you have no idea how much this means to me to give you this review today, to actually sit down and film a Lord of the Rings review. Like, look, guys, I am even wearing my Evenstar that I bought when I was 12 years old. I am wearing Nanya, Galadriel's ring. And oh gosh, I gotta show you my t-shirt before we're starting here. Look at that. I am no man. Isn't that the sickest shirt you have ever seen? I had to put it on. I just had to put it on. I also have the one ring in the background glowing for today. So if you do end up enjoying this review, don't forget to give it a like. Subscribe to my channel and also ring the bell in order to get notified about my upcoming videos. And please do let me know, what are your thoughts on this collection? Are you as excited as me? So let's start off with the obvious. So I'm going to go through the details a little bit. I'm going to show you close-ups of all of the products that are included in the largest collection that you can purchase. Just be mindful, you can also purchase single items out of this collection. You don't have to buy this entire collection like me. I mean, obviously I would buy this entire collection, okay? So the collection that I purchased is called the Lord of the Rings X Glamlite PR Box Full Collection. And this entire collection retails for $148. And let me tell you, I would have spent $1K on a collection like this. I'm not kidding you. But when I saw this price point, I was like, wow, that is actually not too much considering how many things you're gonna get. I mean, honestly, in my opinion, it's a pretty decent price point. What is unique to this bundle is the collector's PR box. So I'm just gonna quickly grab it. I'm gonna also show you a close-up, of course. This is just so epic. This is amazing. Look at this box. I mean, the detail on this, the design of this, it's absolutely stunning. It is such a sturdy box. It's beautiful. I absolutely love having the silhouettes of the Fellowship of the Ring on there. I like that we've got the map, that we have the one ring. I absolutely love it. I mean, I'm gonna put this literally in my living room or somewhere. I mean, this is decoration. Next up in this collection is something, when I saw this, I was like, this is genius. Genius. And that is the bag. Makeup bag or just normal bag, but just look at that. I mean, oh my gosh, I'm gonna wear this. I am gonna be using this in my everyday life. They used Bag End as an inspiration for this cute bag. Now you can use this to store your makeup, to travel with your makeup. Thing is, when you open the door, you're gonna see this lenticular picture of Frodo and Sam leaving the Shire, and with the quote, "Keep it secret, keep it safe." That's what Gandalf tells Frodo. Look at the little detail on the zipper here. Like they put the leaf of Lorien on there. Isn't that pretty? It also comes with this shoulder strap right here. So you can basically click it into these little rings right here. This is the best design that they could have ever done, and I think it's just beautiful. Those were the gadgets that are not makeup related. So let's actually move on to some of the makeup products in this collection. I will say in this collection there are 3 different lip kits. And to be honest, I think it's a little bit much. Like, it's a lot of lip products, honestly. And maybe I would have wished for them to maybe release like a blush duo or something like that. And it's maybe a little bit redundant. So let's maybe start off with the lip care set. So this is the Evenstar lip treatment. The packaging is beautiful on most products, but with this packaging, I mean, it's okay. It just looks a little bit cheap. You know, Glamlite is just not giving us like the really high luxury fantasy that you may want if you're like a diehard fan like me. Nonetheless, we're gonna be unboxing it. I'm gonna show you the products inside. So in this, we have the Mint Repair Lip Mask. This also comes with a little clip, so you can also, if you want to, attach it to your bag. We also have the Coconut Repair Lip Scrub. I just never do lip scrubs. They have been so bad for me. Like, I just have the most sensitive lips, but that's just me. Maybe you love lip scrubs. I just don't. I really don't. Maybe I'm gonna give this one a try and like be very, very gentle with it, because honestly, it smells delicious. Oh my gosh. The coconut scent was, I sniffed on this and it was yummy. So the next lip kit that is kind of like related to the Evenstar one is the Rivendell lip kit. This is such beautiful packaging, so stunning. We've got Rivendell in the background. I really have to say, this is chef's kiss. So inside we have a lip gloss with a black currant flavor to it. It smells so delicious. Me just smelling it, it just throws me back to my childhood. It's so nostalgic. And then we also have this, I would say, deep berry sort of lip liner. That was the second lip product kit. And we also have this one. And this one is a little bit more spectacular. This is the Eye of Sauron lip kit. I don't think that any villain is quite as scary as Sauron is. Just look at that packaging too. I mean, this is a lenticular box. It's so sick. It's just so cool. We do have a Mordor lip liner, and this is like a really dark brownish color. We also have this stunning lipstick though. This lipstick shade looks so beautiful. And we also have this sparkly lip gloss. This almost looks like it has a peachy translucent base, and then the sparkles almost look a little bit like blue silverish. Let me just tell you one thing that I don't like about this packaging. This is the lipstick. You know what my boyfriend actually pointed out to me about this packaging? He was like, this looks like The Sims. It really does. It kind of gives me Sims vibes as well. I mean, Mordor has such an interesting architecture, right? And maybe they could have done something a little bit different, something that is a little bit more reminiscent of Orthanc or like Barad-dûr. I don't know. The other thing that annoys me is how this is placed. Lord of the Rings right here, and then Glamlite, but it's not facing the same way. It's just weird. I wish that Glamlite would have been a little bit further away. I just think this is a little bit of a design flaw, if you ask me. Again, I'm being super nitpicky right here. And then this lip gloss honestly looks like a nail polish, but I kind of love it. It's kind of cool. And I honestly think for the price point that they are selling this for, they have done an amazing job. And I take it. Again, as I said, I take it. I will take it. But this is just a little bit of feedback. So those were the lip kits. So let's move on to two things that I was very much excited about. The One Ring highlighter. Stunning packaging, stunning. I mean, this is literally the attention to detail on this. Wow, just beautiful. In the middle of the ring, we see Gollum, and just look at this blinding highlighter. I mean, it looks like a golden highlighter with a little bit of green and peach in there. Honestly, I don't really love glittery highlighters. I rather have like a glow, but I don't like visible glitter. And I can just see that this is super glittery. And I'm even like thinking maybe I could use this as an eyeshadow. We shall see how this is gonna look like. You guys know I'm not the biggest fan of that. However, this is just a collector's piece to be. I'm gonna be using this though, right? I'm gonna try and use it. So that leads me to the next thing. And that is the eyeshadow palette. Oh my gosh, you guys. I was literally in shock when I saw the color story being revealed. I was like, oh, this is really pretty. I did not expect this to actually look the way it does. So it's kind of good because they surprised me in a positive way. Do you know, before anybody ever had this idea to make a Lord of the Rings collection, I told you I was dreaming about creating a Lord of the Rings collection in my head, like I was manifesting this. And my idea would have been to create different eyeshadow palettes inspired by the different locations in Middle-earth. Like, for example, I would have created a Shire eyeshadow palette. I would have done a Mordor eyeshadow palette, a Rohan eyeshadow palette, a Gondor eyeshadow palette, a Rivendell, a Lothlorien eyeshadow palette with like different color stories. But Glamlite just saw the bigger picture and they created the Middle-earth eyeshadow palette. So this is a 20 color eyeshadow palette. Can I just say this outer box is so heavy. It's so high quality, looks so stunning. I mean, this is incredible. I really feel like the cover of the palette, they have done something very clever with this, because the map, the Middle-earth map with the official The Lord of the Rings logo on it, that has a lot of recognition value. Everyone who sees this palette immediately knows this is The Lord of the Rings. So I think in that sense, they've done like a really clever decision to do the design like this. But let's open it up. Such an interesting color story. It's quite also unique and innovative for the brand themselves, because they have never done anything that looks like this. And I just love the names that they chose for each shade. The setup of this is also very interesting in the sense that it has 10 shimmer shades and 10 matte shades. The ratio, the contrast is definitely there. We've got some light shades, we have some deeper shades, some mid-tones, and we definitely have a variety when it comes to the undertones. Some of these are a little bit more cool-toned, a little bit more muted, and others are a little bit warmer. And I think this really is just such a pretty color story. And I mean, hats off, because I do think that must have been a challenge, you know. It must have been a challenge to really just find a color story that represents Middle-earth in and of itself in this type of way. And I know this intro was pretty long, you guys. But I just wanted to show you these products, you know, in detail. And I would say, without no further ado, I'm just going to zoom you guys in a little bit more And then we're going to be starting off with the very first product and the very first look. All right, you guys, so let's start off with the very first product that I pulled out, and it's the Evenstar lip mask. I can't wait to see if this is a good formula. I've got to say, I really like the addition of the Undamiel of the Evenstar right here. I'm just going to be applying it. It's a mint flavor, so let's see if it's nice. The mint in here is not that minty. It's very mild. I can barely taste the mint, so that's good, because sometimes when these mint products go into your mouth, it's almost like burning the inside of your mouth. So I will say this is nice. Feels very nourishing, feels a little bit thinner than your usual lip mask though. Almost like balmy rather than oily. All right, so let's actually move on to the eyeshadow palette. So let's create an eye look with this palette. Oh my gosh, it's so hard to make a decision here because all of these shades are so pretty. Maybe, I mean, I gotta do more looks with this than just the looks that you're gonna see in this video. I'm gonna be creating some additional shorts. Oof, the shade Legolas, that is calling my name. It definitely is calling my name. This is hard. This is so hard. I think I'm gonna start off this look with the shade Evenstar. This beautiful lilac shade right here. I'm gonna put that all over my crease, and we shall see what I'm gonna be doing with this look. I mean, there are so many different possibilities. This is gonna be an interesting palette, like, honestly. And I'm gonna be doing more of a taupey, cool-toned look for one of my shorts. So yeah, let's remove the sticker on the mirror. Okay, so Evenstar it is. And to be honest with you, I absolutely love Glamlite's formula. I feel like they make amazing eyeshadows. Usually their formula is a little bit more of a buildable one and just always kind of blends out nicely. So let's see. Now this is very light. Okay, so that is a very light color. I'm gonna go into the shade Gandalf. Gandalf the Grey. And he is gray, but only in the first movie. So I'm gonna use a little bit of this gray, and I'm gonna just kind of like put it more towards the outer crease. Maybe bring it inwards just a little bit. Let's see. This might be turning a little bit more blue because I'm putting this over like a lilac shade. So the next thing that I want to do is dive into something that is a little bit deeper in this palette. And I think I'm gonna use a little bit of Gollum right here. I'm gonna put that in my outer corner. And if I need to deepen it up even further, I'm gonna use the shade Sauron. But let's do Gollum first. Gollum is one of my favorite characters. And you guys know that they are actually filming The Hunt for Gollum in New Zealand as we speak. And Andy Serkis is directing. So I'm gonna be looking out for that. But I will say, thus far, nothing can compare to the original The Lord of the Rings movies by Peter Jackson. Everything that they have tried to make since then, like The Rings of Power or even The Hobbit, that wasn't great. It really was not. Okay, so let's see what Gollum is gonna give us. I love where this look is going. I really like it. You guys know I love these types of colors. I'm just gonna go back into Evenstar just to like maybe bring this color back to life a little bit more. So I'm just gonna run it right through here. I'm gonna be moving on, and I am going to use Mary. And this is going to be like a light minty shade right here. I'm so excited. I'm going to be putting that into my inner corners. Ooh, this is pretty. Oh my gosh. Okay. I'm just going to bring it slightly upwards. Ooh, 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 I love where this is going. I really love this shade. Do I want a minty waterline or do I want to do something purple? I think we're going to go with the mint. Listen, I have this ColourPop gel liner in the shade Icebreaker. I think I'm going to just put that into my waterline. So I'm going to be putting that one in my waterline. I'm going to use the shade Samwise on my lower lash line, but not all the way across. I'm just kind of going to stop a little bit further than the middle, and then I think I'm going to be using Gollum on the outer edges, or I could use Boromir right here. I don't know. I'm so undecided because there are so many interesting ways to go with this palette, but I think I'm going to use Samwise. Yeah, let's do something else. I really like where this look is going. I'm gonna go into Gollum though, because I want to tie these two together. Like I want to tie the lower lash line together with what we have going on my like upper eye. So what I'm going to be doing next is I'm going to clean up the edges a little bit. I'm going to be applying a little bit of glitter glue. And then I have to make a hard decision, and that is what shimmer I should use, because all of these shimmers look so delicious, so beautiful, but I gotta make a decision. So yeah, I'll be right back. I think I'm gonna go in with this The Fellowship shade all over my lids, and then I am going to be using two more shimmers, one in my inner corner that I bring slightly upwards, and one just right here, literally the inner corner of my lower lash line. So I'm gonna go into the shade The Fellowship. Ooh, it's like a blue to purple. Beautiful. Let's do that. Let's do that. This shade is so stunning. Like, it looks wet on my eyelids. It's such a beautiful tone, such a beautiful shift. Wow, I'm impressed. Love the quality so far, really love it. I think what I want to do, I might go in with Bilbo next. This would look so good though on the minty matte, right? Oh, we're gonna do Bilbo. Let's do Bilbo because it has a little bit of like some antique green in there. Very, very interesting. When you put this on top of this Mary shade of the minty green, it's gonna give you like a little bit of golden green, and it also has a little bit of a peachy shimmer in there. It's absolutely stunning. I'm gonna go in with the Shire. I'm gonna use this on my lower lash line. So I'm gonna go into Galadriel. I can't resist, okay? The urge I have to just put this into my inner corner. You guys do not understand. So just a little bit, just a tiny bit, just right here. This is so pretty. I really love this look. It turned out to be just exactly what I love. I'm going to be putting on a little bit of mascara, and I'm going to be right back, and we're going to be trying out the highlighter. Let's see if I'm going to be using it or not, but what I really want to use is the Rivendell lip kit. Alright, you guys, my mascara is applied. Of course, I did use my Sweet Beauty Club mascara. I always feel like the look kind of comes together whenever I apply mascara. So let me actually check if this highlighter is going to match this rather cool toned look. Let me see. Stop, that's not gonna match at all. That is pure gold. Oh, this is almost like a little bit deeper than I thought it would be. Should we do that tomorrow? Yeah, let's do that tomorrow, actually, with the warmer look that I wanted to do, because I thought, you know what, it would be great if I could do like more of a cool toned look and then play a little bit with the warmer tones in the palette tomorrow. Okay, so I basically just used my Natasha Denona High Gen highlighter for now. I feel like it's kind of matching the look a little bit better, but believe me, I'm gonna be using this tomorrow, like in the next look that you're about to see. For you, it's not going to be tomorrow, okay? For you, it's going to be after the next look, the second look that I'm going to be doing. So I'm going to be moving on to the lip kit. So let's use the Rivendell lip kit right here. I still have the lip mask on my lip, so I'm going to just wipe this off. I feel like my lips are so well hydrated with this. I love it. Honestly, I'm really surprised by this lip mask because I thought it would be minty. I did not think it would nourish the lips that well. But oh my god, they feel so soft. So I'm gonna start off with the lip liner. I feel like it's gonna match today's look the best. Now let's see what you're gonna be like. Hopefully it's not too dark. Lining my lips is so difficult. Oof. But, you know, I kind of like contoured the lips and then I also filled them in a little bit. I'm gonna feather this out a little bit more because I'm not sure if the lip gloss that we're going to be putting on top of this is sheer or not. Formula-wise, this is creamy but not too creamy. And also, I love how sharp this is. Like, you can be very, very precise with the tip, which I really love. So let's go. I got to admit, I don't have a lip liner in this specific shade, so I'm actually happy that I have something like that. So let's apply the Rivendell lip gloss. I mean, I can't wait. The scent of this, oh my gosh. Black currant, but like fruity, just delicious. Oh, this just amazing. So let's see if I'm gonna get enough product and how sheer or how pigmented this is. I don't know. All right, I seriously wish that this doe foot would pick up a little bit more product. I had to dip in multiple times. It does have pigment, but definitely like laying the lip liner down as a little bit more of a color foundation is going to give you more of a saturated lip because look, this is the shade. It's just such a beautiful, deep, sheer aubergine, sort of plummy shade. But all right, this is my first look that I've created using some of these products out of the collection. So far, I am really impressed. I really do love it. I really like how everything came together. So I can't wait for tomorrow. So I'm just gonna cut to the next look, look number 2. It is the next day and I can't wait to play with this beautiful palette again. I also did apply already this Evenstar lip mask a little bit on my lips just to condition them. And today I'm going to be applying the Eye of Sauron lip kit and also the One Ring highlighter because I felt like it wasn't appropriate for yesterday's look. It just would have not matched. So today I do want to dive into some of these warmer tones in the palette. I think I'm going to start off today with Pippin, this shade right here. It's more of like a yellow, orangey brown. And I'm going to put that all over my crease. And then I think I'm going to go into Gimli. And then for the lower lash line, we'll shall see what I want to do. So let's see how this is going to be like. Next step, I definitely do want to go into the shade Gimli and deepen this up with this, I would say, this is more of like this reddish sort of brown shade. I'm going to be applying this to the outer edge of my upper lid and then just blend it out and see if I'm going to take this further in. Let's see how it's going to be like. But thus far, you know, I really have to say I really like this formula. It's a really good formula, blends out easily without much effort and just goes on pretty good. It's very buildable though. Honestly, I do prefer that. And I think I'm going to take it a little bit further in. I really like this effect, but I'm going to go back into Pippin and just, build up the color a little bit above the Gimli shade. And maybe I'm also going to bring Pippin into my inner corner. All right, I feel like Pippin is such a sandy shade. I do want to deepen up my outer corner a little bit further, and I think I'm going to go into Sauron. I'm kind of going to try and keep it a little bit lower and then just blend it out slightly. This black is really pigmented, so just be careful. I did not think it would be that pigmented, but it's quite a deep, deep, deep black, like a really saturated black. I mean, perfect for Sauron, right? What do I want to do? I think I'm just going to go in with a brown eyeliner, to be honest, because it's the safest bet. But I want something that is a little bit more warm in terms of brown. And I think I'm going to go in with the ColourPop gel liner in Sunny Vale. I feel like that's quite a warm brown in my waterline. I'm just going to apply it there. We're going to be using Boromir on my lower lash line. And then maybe I'm going to deepen it up on the outer edges a little bit with Sauron. But let's see what this is going to give this Boromir shade. I do feel like I'm gonna go into Mary though. Like I have to go into Mary just to put it a little bit into my inner corner right here and to just blend this out slightly more. There is no other option. I mean, I could go into Samwise maybe, but we already did that yesterday on the lower lash line. So I'm just gonna go into Mary. And I'm just gonna place that in my inner corner and slightly on top of it. All right, that really did the exact effect that I wanted it to do. So on my outer lower lash line, I'm going to go in with the shade Sauron, the black one. I kind of like where this is going. So what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be cleaning up my edges. I'm going to just cut this off, make it all like nice and like straight. And then I'm going to be applying some glitter glue, and then we'll make a decision on what shimmer shades to use for today. My glitter glue is applied. Now, honestly, I mean, I swatched the shade Frodo. Look, it stained my finger. It is a black-based green. I think this is too dark. This is so dark. Like, I don't know if I want to use this necessarily. I'm going to use Frodo though, just a little bit. And I'm just going to put it on the far outside where I just laid down the black shade. I'm going to use this brush. This is a little bit more stiff because I don't want something very loose. I think I'm just going to go very lightly into the shade. That might be just a little bit too dark for my liking. I mean, if I would put this all over my lids, I don't think it's gonna be looking that great. But I'm gonna go into the One Ring, the shade, and I'm gonna put that all over my lids and maybe even put it a little bit over the shade that we just laid down because I just feel like it's a little bit dark. I don't really love how these two are transitioning into each other right here. I think it's because the One Ring is such a bright peachy golden shade and Frodo is just so dark. It really does need a little bit more of that mid-tone shade to bridge the gap. So I'm thinking I'm gonna go into the Shire. I'm gonna take this shade right here. I'm gonna use my finger and just gently pat. And let's see. Ooh, yes. Yes, this is what I need. I need a little bit of a transition. Ooh, that is looking so much better, you guys. So for my inner corner, I think I'm gonna do the same thing that I did yesterday. I'm gonna use Bilbo. Let's use Bilbo right here. It's almost finished. I'm gonna be using a little bit of this highlighter, and then I'm gonna be applying the mascara, and then we're gonna be moving on to the lip. It really gives me Frodo vibes. This entire look feels like I've used colors that Frodo has in his costume. So I'm gonna grab the highlighter now, the One Ring highlighter. Hopefully it's gonna work today. I'm gonna use this maybe just a little bit for an extra touch on my lid. I mean, it's definitely giving. I'm also just gonna take this onto a brush and I'm gonna be placing it right here. Oh, ooh. Oh my gosh, can you see that? That is, oh, that is actually really stunning. Okay, this is, wow. Wow. Okay, that is, wow. Let's try it and let's see what it's gonna do on my face. If it's gonna be like glitter central, probably. I'm gonna use it on this brush and see. Oh my gosh, that's so much glitter. Holy macaroni. I mean, the One Ring does not even have that much glitter. What am I gonna do here? I can't put that on my face. Maybe just a little bit right here. Yeah. Do I have the wrong brush? I'm gonna take it on my usual brush, on my Scott Bounce brush. When I pick it up with this, oh, it's flying everywhere. Oh no. Let's see. And if I dust it like that, I mean, this is very glittery. I mean, it's pretty. It's almost giving like a golden green reflect on my skin. But man, this is, I mean, this is glitter central, right? I don't understand why they had to make this so glittery. I cannot put that on the tip of my nose because it's gonna look like as if I dip my nose into some glitter, and I never liked that. This is too much. This is not my style of makeup. I'm gonna be honest with you. Oh, I even have glitter in my hair now. Um, it's too glittery for me. It looks beautiful for an eyeshadow, right? It looks beautiful on my eyes and all of that, but on my face, no, no. I'm just gonna use my Makeup by Mario highlighter. This is exactly the type of highlighter that I like something glowy without having glitter. I try to get rid of it as much as I could. So I'm just gonna apply a little bit of this highlighter on top of it. But I can see glitter everywhere on my face, and honestly, something like that always drives me bananas. Yeah, really pretty, but not as a face highlighter. I just don't love it. As an eyeshadow topper, beautiful, really beautiful. But we are gonna be moving on to my lips, and I'm gonna be using the Eye of Sauron lip kit. So I'm thinking I'm gonna start off with the lip liner, use the lipstick, and then use also maybe a little bit of the lip gloss on top of it. I'm also gonna be honest with you, usually I don't really do that. I don't top off my lipsticks with lip gloss, but I want to show you the products, right? Because that's what this video really is about. All right, so I'm going to be using this Mordor lip liner first. And by the way, I wish, this is by Glamlite too, right? The Ghost Face Mirror. I wish that they could have done like a Lord of the Rings mirror. That would have been so amazing. Like they could have done like something with the mirror of Galadriel, or they could have done like an Evenstar mirror. Oh my gosh, that would have been amazing. All right, the lip liner is applied. I mean, it's pretty deep, pretty dark, but I always love a good brown lip. Let's see how this lipstick is gonna look like. This is quite a bold lip with a bold eye look. I don't mind it. I think it's a very warm, sort of chestnutty, orangey brown. I think the combination works well. I just don't think it's necessary to put on like a lip gloss on top of this, because this lip formula is pretty moisturizing in and of itself. If this would be like more of a matte lip, then yeah. So here is the lip gloss. Should we just try it? I don't think this smells of anything. It's gonna pick up the lipstick. I got to wipe off the doe foot before I dip back in. I don't know if it's adding that much. I mean, it's adding like a lot of shine. I will say though, this lip gloss feels really nice on the lips. It gave me a lot of shine, a little bit of the sparkle, not over the top. It's also not too sticky. It's not pulling any strings. Everything is almost done. I just need to apply some mascara because I still have not applied the mascara just yet. I'll be back. I'm going to show you the finished look, and then we can like talk a little bit about my initial thoughts on this collection. My mascara is applied, and I think this look has come together now. Oof, I mean, this is so Frodo-like. It just reminds me so much of the color palette for the costume of Frodo Baggins. This palette is so spectacular. It's really, really beautiful, very easy to work with. I think most of these shades were so pretty thus far. Again, I just did not love the shade Frodo because it was a black-based shimmer, a really deep green, but nonetheless, you know, we made it work. But all right, you guys, I really hope you enjoyed this Lord of the Rings collection review by Glamlite. I would be really thrilled to hear your thoughts on the collection. And, you know, if you do want to see more Lord of the Rings content, please do head over to my Instagram and, you know, continue to check out my shorts tab here on my channel, because I'm going to be playing more with this palette for sure. I'm going to be creating more looks. So if you did enjoy this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and also ring the bell in order to get notified about these upcoming videos. And I shall be saying Namarie. And yeah, until next time, please do take care. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.